I was having the best time of my life. Screaming bloody murder. It sounds bad to say, but I looked bomb. It is really funny. This is literally probably the highlight.
Downtown we let it go. Sunset high and our bodies low. Blood rush in a hazy glow. My hands to bones. Loose up, we break the scene. One step deep as you fall to me. Hot clap, we skip a beat. Count 1, 2, 3.
Hey y'all, what is up? It is Marissa, Nicole, and welcome back to my channel. Some of you may know me as my drifting desk, where I help you conquer college, and since I've officially done that, I've been spending every day this week recapping and reminiscing each of my years in college here at The Ohio State University. If you're new here and you missed all of those, I will link them all below because I talked about some of my funny freshman stories. We talked about my worst mental health year my sophomore year. My junior year is more where I started to find myself, and my senior year I was hit with a huge reality check. And some of you may be wondering, like, well, why are you doing another recap? Well, obviously, as you can see from the title, I was actually a 5th year senior at Ohio State, so I went 5 years. So I have another year to recap. But this is the last year that we have to recap, and I'm kind of sad. Y'all have been commenting and like loving this recap series, and so have I. Somebody else commented, was like, can't you just stay a 6th year and keep making this content? And I'm like, I wish, but I cannot afford that, so I have to leave at some point. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing down below, turning on your post notifications, that way you never miss a video, and don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, and if you want to, you can follow my drifting desk on Instagram. For those of you that are new here, I'm basically going to go through my Facebook because that's where I post all of my pictures, and we're going to reminisce about my super senior year. I have not prepared for this at all. I like this to be very raw and just kind of looking through, see what experiences I can share or just funny pictures or whatever I can share with you guys. And of course, we'll throw in a few vlogs here and there that you guys can watch. Of course, we're starting off the semester again with another move-in. We went from Siebert to Taylor Tower to an off-campus house to my sorority house and now to this apartment. And I have a couple different moving vlogs from this of like shopping, decorating, setting up, and like doing all of that kind of stuff that you guys can watch. And then a couple days later was the sorority house move-in, and so on that day I actually filmed another one of my most successful videos that people have been watching and loving, was my sorority house like tour. It is a little empty, keep in mind, because I filmed it on move-in day before anybody moved in, so it's completely empty. The semester before, I applied to be a ROGAM for recruitment, which is basically the person that helps PNMs or people that are going through recruitment go through recruitment. Like I said, my senior year, Greek life always helps move the owls in, but I was doing that as like a ROGAM, so all of the AOPI people were doing it for AOPI, I was doing it for ROGAMs, but I of course grabbed a picture with my littles because we all had to meet at the same place before we all dispersed to our houses. As vice president of chapter development, I planned our very first like sisterhood retreat that we've ever had, and it was at a park. It was so much fun. We hiked, we played games, I catered in some food for us, we had cute shirts. I hope that they keep that going. Of course, at the beginning of the semester before school starts, we went to a few other parties, and I actually saw 2 subscribers at a frat party that I was at. This was me on my first day of school, my last first day of school. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is literally probably the highlight of my super senior year, and I hit 20,000 subscribers, and because of that, I planned a meet and greet for you guys on campus, and so many of you guys came out and we took pictures. My sorority sisters surprised me with balloons. It was overall just such a good day. My littles were there, Griffin was there, and I remember going into it like, nobody's gonna show up, this is gonna be low-key embarrassing, I'm just gonna like sit on the oval, and I even got my laptop out. I was like, I'm just gonna edit a video, if people come by, great. And I ended up showing up like right on time. I sat down, as soon as they opened up my laptop, the first person came and just kind of sat with me for like 5 minutes and talked, and then from then on, I was never alone. Like, people were there all day, people were coming and going, and I hate saying that it was like a meet and greet, but like it kind of was, but it was so chill. Like, it's not something that was like formal. I literally was just sitting on the oval, and you guys knew that, so that way you guys could come. It was literally the best experience ever because I could talk to all of you guys, I could hug you guys, I could thank you guys. It was so cool. With the start of the semester comes the start of football season, which comes block. And of course we went to block all year. Griffin bought me my first bike. It was not my first bike, it's my first like real bike. Because if you guys don't know Griffin, he loves cycling, he loves road biking, whatever it is, and so he got me a bike from his shop so that way we could like ride together, and we went on our first ride, and it was so much fun, but it was so tiring. This was my first time riding the Threes bus, which if you guys don't know what that is, there's a bar on campus called Threes, and they have a bus which basically will pick you up wherever you're at and bring you to Threes. I've never been on the bus until now. Me and Allison rode the bus, so we could like pre-game game low-key and hang out before we went to one of our socials with another frat, which was like a hippie themed. I had my first bubble tea. What is in the bubbles? Someone tell me what is in the bubbles. Oh, this block has got to be my favorite block. I think, it sounds bad to say, but I looked bomb. Like, this is my favorite block. All the pictures are just so cute. My hair in little space buns, the glasses, the outfit, it was just literally perfect. And then the most hilarious day ever happened, where Allison and I took Rachel and Alexis to go get their matching fam tattoos, which if you missed that, I talked about it in my senior year video. Rachel did fine. She was great. You know, she winced a little bit. It was like, oh, I held her hand. It was fine. Alexis was screaming bloody murder, literally crying. Me and Rachel were cracking up. Of course I vlogged it. You have to go watch it. It was so funny. But now the fam is officially fully tatted. We had sorority bid day, which we had at like a laser tag place, which was super fun. We did Spike Out Arthritis again, which is our huge volleyball tournament philanthropy event. I think this was at Chip Fest, but I met another subscriber at a party and I was like standing on this huge elevated surface, like dancing with Lexi, and I remember her coming up to me and I'm like, oh my goodness, and I like sat down and talked to her and we took a little selfie. But I swear I always run into you guys, and this sounds so bad, but I swear I always run into you guys, or maybe you guys just feel better about coming up to me when we're out because you're, I don't know if you guys have been drinking, but it's like, oh my god, I'm a little tipsy. I feel a little more comfortable just talking to a stranger. I don't know. But I swear I always run into you guys when I'm at bars, when I'm at block, when I'm at parties, and it's really funny. I posted in my Instagram stories, because Griffin and I were making fun about it, of like, what would our fandom name be called? And so many people were just like, Margs, the Margs, little Margs, call us Margs. But I love it. I honestly love it. I'm living for that. I think my favorite weekend of like fall semester was fall break. Griffin and I had so much fun. We did something like every day of fall break. We went down to Athens and rode bikes again, and it was overall just a perfect weekend, honestly. You guys can check out the vlog if you want to watch it. We went to Cedar Point for Hollow Weekends this year, which was my first time going to Hollow Weekends, and I loved it. One, it's literally combining my two loves. I freaking love Cedar Point, I love roller coasters, and I freaking love Halloween and haunted houses. And you put them together, it was my favorite day ever. I was living my best life. Everybody was making fun of me because I was so excited all night. I had probably my biggest brand deal thus far with Shein, which is like the clothing company, and I remember because I had to take this picture of me in like their teddy bear jacket. I was like, dang, I'm sponsored by Shein. I had like my own code and everything. It was great. We went to the Haunted Hoochie. It was great. It was my first time going. Hold on, my mama's FaceTiming me. Okay, we're back. I had to talk to my mother. We celebrated DU's Founders Day, which is Griffin's fraternity, at the Union, so of course we got all dressed up for that. Halloween came around and I once again did not dress up as a cat. Griffin and I did a couple's costume and we dressed up as DJ, TJ, and Spinelli, one of the two. I was messing it up all night and I thought our outfits were pretty on point. There is a vlog out there which I titled Footage I Should Have Deleted from Halloween or something, which is the funniest video. Me and my friends think we were dying, like crying laughing at it. I got to go to a PHA banquet, the state of PHA. They do like awards and stuff like that for different things, and for my sorority I was voted as Sister of the Year. It was so cool. I went to my last football game as a college student, and that's so sad. We had date party where we did our superlative awards again, and I won most SRAT. SRAT is a word that's like a mixture between sorority and fraternity, so it's basically like the most Greek life. And my littles were voted partners in crime, which I thought was super fun and cute. I hosted a pre-game party at my house, which was so much fun. I have a video on it, you guys can watch it, but everybody came to the party with their dates and I handcuffed them as soon as they walked in, and I had rules on the wall and everybody had to like get through each of the things to get cut loose. It was so much fun. And then I had my last block as an undergraduate student. I'm gonna miss block so much. Then it was my little's birthday. We threw her a surprise birthday party for her 20th birthday, and I was so happy with it because she really was surprised. Like, me and her boyfriend planned it all. We went shopping for everything. I told her we should film a couples video, and like that's how I got her to come to my house. It was so much fun. And then it was Allison and I's birthday. We bought these little Looney Tunes matching 23 jerseys. But if you want to see the backstory to this picture, go ahead and watch the vlog. I'll just leave it at that. We went to the Columbus Zoo for their like zoo lights, which they do in the winter time, where you can like go and see animals, but it's also just like this beautiful like light show. And for Christmas I bought Kitty her own stocking. I forgot about that. And then I celebrated my real birthday because we had the party the week before my birthday. So then on my birthday, me and Griffin went to Hibachi again for my birthday Yay! Griffin graduated from Ohio State in the fall semester, so I think on like December 15th or something, and I was so proud of him. I do have a vlog of his graduation. That's the only vlog of graduation that I'll get probably. And then for Christmas, on Christmas, Griffin and I flew out of Columbus down to Florida. His parents have a Florida house down there, like a beach house, and that was amazing because I had Christmas margaritas. I got to be on the beach. Honestly, I had so many margaritas. I got to go on my second boat ever because his parents have this boat that we went on, and I almost fell off the freaking boat, and I didn't even know. When the boat's riding, it literally just rides like up, and I was sitting at the front of the boat and the driver's in the back, and I'm just like holding onto these little ropes, like having a great time. His dad's driving on the waves, and he knows what he's doing. He was in the Navy, and we hit this like huge wave, and I literally like fly up. I'm airborne. I start going to the side, like off of the boat, but I'm holding onto the ropes, so then eventually I hit the slack and it pulls me back over, and then I fall back in the seat, and I didn't even know I did this, so I'm just like having a great time. And then I remember I did that, and I just hear Griffin's mom in the back. She was like, oh my god, stop! Like, she thought I went overboard, because she said afterwards, she's like, I was watching you from this side, and I saw you go up and over, and then I didn't see you anymore. And I thought that you went over, and as soon as I landed back in the seat, Griffin grabbed my life jacket, because we did wear life jackets on the boat, and he grabs and just like holds me down in the seat because he's sitting behind me. And Griffin's dad's just laughing because he's like, I could see her, she was fine, I was watching. I was having the best time of my life. We came back just in time for New Year's because we went to a Blue Jackets game on New Year's Eve, which was so fun. They had like a little like fireworks show on the ice rink. It was crazy. And then after New Year's and we came back to school, that's when Ohio State has our recruitment, which is the first like 2 weekends of school. And I was a ROGAM, so that whole thing started. It was great. I did vlog the entire experience if you guys want to watch that vlog from both weekends. It's kind of a lengthy one, but it gives you a lot of information and just an inside look of recruitment if you're curious. And then finally we had bid day again, and our bid day theme was alphas and Aspen, so like ski lodge kind of thing, which I thought was amazing. I found my outfit at Plato's Closet, and it was so much fun. And after recruitment, we celebrated Lexi's birthday. So of course we threw her a little party, and so I made her a 21st paddle, and on the back of it was a list of 21 things that she had to complete for her 21st birthday. It was hilarious. It was so much fun. But after a while, of course, we had a social with one of the fraternities, and it was a TG, so everybody would dress up to it. And this picture of me, Rachel, and Lauren, she was a new member, but this was the night that we found out that Rachel was gonna be her big. So we're like, oh my god, come take a picture with us. Like, she doesn't know, of course, like reveal hasn't happened yet, but like the big knows before reveal, so that was exciting. And then we had big little reveal, and so our theme was like pajama themed or whatever for the reveal. In February we did Buckeye-thon again. Of course, this was my last time doing Buckeye-thon. I got to do it with my littles. It was their first time doing Buckeye-thon. That was so special for me because I got to do my first Buckeye-thon with my big, and it was just really special for that. And Lauren was there, and I have a video on Buckeye-thon, and it's probably my favorite like cinematic video I've ever made. And then comes Valentine's Day, which Griffin and I had like a whole weekend or a couple weeks of dates I planned for him. We went to Firebirds, which is a really fancy, really expensive restaurant. I also got him like a little DIY gift of a whole bunch of candies and like why I love him. We also went to Olive Garden on a different day. I had a marg, of course. Caitlin and I went to Top Golf, which was my first time going to Top Golf, and it was so much fun. I sucked at it, but it was so much fun. And then my infamous video of me dyeing my hair pink comes along, where myself and Alexis and Lexi tried to dye her hair pink, and then Allison dyed her hair gray. It was a lot. So much fun though. I think it looked so good. I feel like this is like a college, like Greek life rite of passage in my opinion, but I've always wanted to go to a toga party, and we finally went to a toga party. Senior year bucket list, at least I got to do that. And then we had mom's weekend for the sorority, so my mom came down. We took cute pictures, had matching shirts. We had Founders Day brunch, and we took this funny picture of like our stack pic, and then I photoshopped Allison in it because she wasn't there, because at this point she went alum in the fall, so at the end of December she was no longer like in it. She just basically graduated in a way but didn't graduate, but I photoshopped her in so we could hang out with her. We went on spring break again, and this spring break was so much fun. I tried to plan more things, so we went like zip lining, which was amazing. We took cute beach pictures, which was amazing. We explored in the city and the little shops. We did some putt-putt golfing. We went to Savannah, Georgia and explored around down there. We had some bomb crab legs, and there's a video every day of spring break. I'll link them all down below if you guys want to watch those vlogs, because spring break was so much fun. Absolutely loved it. And then shit hit the fan. Halfway through spring break, that's when we received the emails that basically classes were canceled for the rest of the semester in person. Ohio State was basically like, do not return to campus if you're living in the dorms. Like, everything was hitting the fan. We were getting emails from our jobs saying we're unemployed, and that started the rest of the semester as we know it now. It's so crazy. I learned a whole bunch of TikTok dances. I cleaned my room. We started Zoom University. I bought a fish and named him COVID. COVID. I tried on every piece of clothing in my closet because I was that bored. We started having happy hour on Zoom, and I was so bored in quarantine that I built my sorority house in The Sims 4. And then I had my last week of college classes, but like of course via Zoom, which was so weird. Like this whole last part of the semester, I feel like I'm just in a simulation. Everybody was tie-dyeing and bleach dyeing, so I hopped on that train. I still decorated my graduation cap to try to have some sort of like normalcy within my senior year and graduation. And then we had virtual commencement, and I graduated online watching a live stream. And it's just so crazy because I never thought that any of that would happen my super senior year. And of course, this last little portion that is not really pictured is of course like the struggles that I've had during this quarantine lockdown, trying to do school, trying to graduate, which I'm sure everybody else is. And so many people have it so much worse than me, so I hate complaining because I truthfully have nothing to really complain about. Like I have my health, I have a roof over my head, I have food. Job searching after college is already hard enough, and I've been trying to job search during COVID, which is making it 10 times harder. I have 2 months left in this apartment before my lease is up, and I have to find a new one, which is also really hard to do online. I've had to completely switch, of course, my studies to online, which everybody else has, but I don't like learning online like that. I struggled a lot trying to do the Zoom lectures or just trying to like teach myself, and I will be completely honest, I really did not conquer college during these last weeks since COVID. I completely checked out after spring break because I was just so stressed about it. Like I didn't know what to do. I wasn't learning. I didn't know how to like manage myself being completely online in a form that just wasn't working for my learning style. I didn't do any readings, anything like that. If I was supposed to read a passage or books, I didn't do that. I was honestly scared of I wasn't sure if I was going to pass the classes, and I'm like, do I have to take summer classes? Like, am I even gonna graduate? And if you guys have been watching me through my journey of quarantine, you guys have probably seen my like different stages of quarantine where I've been really angry, I've been really sad, I've been really confused, I've been very just all over the place. I'm sure everybody else is going through those stages. But I think now more than ever, my advice for seniors or anybody that this applies to outside of college, but just definitely with college, is to literally just be grateful and don't take anything for granted when you go back to school. I was going through it not being able to see my friends again, or like my friends that are out of state that really aren't coming back. My own roommates aren't here anymore. I can't see my grandparents, I can't see my mom. Everything's shut down. I can't experience my like last days on campus. I can't do the things that I wanted to do, which I know is very like first world problems. Like, Marissa, you shouldn't even be complaining. There's people that are dying. I 100% understand. But I really do think that people are allowed to be upset about both. Like, I can 100% care about the people that are dying, and I've been self-quarantining, like staying safe, doing the right thing. But I can also just be sad that I didn't get to experience my last semester on campus. I think that's reasonable for people to be upset and understand why this is happening. Some of you guys have been commenting on these recaps being like, I wish I would have taken more pictures before everything stopped. I wish I would have recorded more before everything stopped. Or I wish I would have this, I wish I would have that. And I'm such a memory like hoarder. I take pictures everywhere at anything. I of course vlog everything. I love to have those tangible memories because you never know when that is going to be your last memory, or you never know when this is going to be the last picture that you take with someone. Specifically, I talked about this on my Instagram stories, which was so sad, but I had never realized that my Buckeye-thon video was the last time that I would get to sing Carmen, Ohio with my friends, which is a very big song and a very meaningful song to me at Ohio State. I cry every time I sing it. When I was editing my Buckeye-thon video, I was just crying because I didn't start editing it until quarantine because I knew it was going to take me a long time, and so it just had so much more meaning and so much more power now that like that was my last Ohio State event and I didn't even know it. That was my last time singing Carmen and I didn't even know it. That was really my last time being in the Ohio Union for something like that, or being on campus for something like that, and I didn't even know it. And I'm so thankful that I have pictures of it and I have videos of it and I get to cherish that, because otherwise I don't have that. And it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those crazy things that I look back on and I'm like, oh, thank God I took that picture. Whether you are a picture kind of person, I still hope that you don't take anything for granted, whether that's like, you know, you're mentally there at all times, like being in the moment, whatever that may mean for you. But I hope you go into next year, or even just now during quarantine, like I'm really cherishing the time that I get to spend with Griffin because he's here with me. I'm really cherishing the time that I get to spend with Kitty all the time, and just cherishing the time that I can stay with myself and make these videos for you guys. Like just being purposeful and intentful with everything that I do and trying to find, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. But I hope you guys enjoyed my super senior recap, and I hope you guys enjoyed this week of recaps. I had a lot of fun doing it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing down below, turning on your post notifications, that way you never miss a video. And don't forget to follow me over on Instagram and follow my drifting desk on Instagram. And I hope you guys know that I love you guys so much, more than you will ever know. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Don't you stop the music, get into it, won't you dance with me? Find the place and lose it, you can do it, won't you dance with me? Move your feet and feel it in the space between. You gotta give yourself a moment.